Are you a first-time home buyer who's looking to get pre-qualified so you can begin your home buying journey? It's very important that you know the right questions to ask your lender. So I'm going to share with you some of the most important questions you need to talk to your lender about during the pre-qualification process. The first is, what type of loans do you offer? Most mortgage companies are all going to have the same type of loan products, but some of your banks and maybe credit unions may not have the same loan products that mortgage companies do. So you'll hear a lot of different loan terms thrown about. You have conventional loans, you have FHA, you have VA, you have rural development, you've got THDA. And as a first time buyer, you probably don't know what any of those terms mean. So you want to talk to your lender, you want to find out what programs they have, what programs are going to benefit you as a first time home buyer, and let them help you determine which loan type is best based on your financial situation. Second question is, what is the interest rate and what is the APR? So anytime you buy and finance a house, a car, anything like that, you're going to have an interest rate, but you're also going to be told what your APR is, the annual percentage rate, and they are never going to be the same. The interest rate is the rate at which you're borrowing the money. So you need to know what that is. But the APR is what we call the true cost of borrowing money, because it factors in the closing costs that you would have to pay to get that loan, because you're not going to be able to do a loan that doesn't have closing costs. So the APR includes the interest rate and other costs such as the lender fees, and it just gives you a more comprehensive view of the loan's total cost. So always ask about those two things. How much of a down payment is required? We do have programs out there that have zero down payment. Some have 3.5%. Some may have 3%. Depending on what type of program you qualify for, there are going to be different down payment options. So you need to know ahead of time and up front, how much money do you need to have to put your down payment in order to get the mortgage? I would also ask, are there any prepayment penalties? Probably 15, 20 years ago, prepayment penalties were much more common than they are today. If you're doing a conventional loan, an FHA loan, VA, none of those loan types are going to have prepayment penalties. But if you're going through a local credit union, a bank, some of their loan types may have prepayment penalties. So you want to be sure and ask about that up front and find out if your loan is going to have one. Next question is, what will my monthly payment be and what's included? Sometimes a lender may just tell you, oh, your payment will be $750 a month, but they're just telling you what the principal and interest would be. You want to know what the total payment is, including your homeowner's insurance, your property taxes, mortgage insurance if you have to have that. That way you have an idea of what the total cost is going to be each month. So make sure when you ask your lender, what's my payment going to be, that they give you that total payment with whatever escrow information is going to be in there. The last question I would ask is, how long does my pre-qualification last, and what are the factors that could change it? Normally, a pre-qualification is going to have an expiration date of about 30 to 60 days. The reason being, your credit report can change. So if they give you a pre-qual today and then you made your car payment late or something, that's going to impact your credit score, and it could change your ability to pre-qualify. Other things that are going to affect it are if you get fired or laid off from your job and your income changes. That's obviously going to affect your pre-qualification. Interest rate changes will affect your pre-qualification. If interest rates go up, then you may not qualify for as much of a house. If interest rates come down, you may be able to actually purchase a little bit more house. So you need to know how long that pre-qual is good for, what things are going to change it, and when you need to touch base with the lender to get it updated. So make sure that you pick a good local lender to work with. I know a lot of people like to go online and use Rocket Mortgage and some of these other online mortgage companies, but it just really helps you as a home buyer, especially if you're a first-time buyer, to be able to sit face-to-face across the table from a loan officer and let them explain the process to you in depth. They have time for all your questions, and you're not going to feel like you're left in the dark, so to speak, when you're buying your house. If you have questions about the home buying process, I would love to help. Send me a DM or leave a comment below.